Hi guys, Luckfuck here and welcome to another FIFA 20 ratings predictions video, and today I'm going to be taking a look at Liverpool's potential ratings for FIFA 20. Now, first of all guys, apologies for no video over the past week or so. It's just so difficult to make videos at the moment whilst there's nothing really going on that much for FIFA 20. Obviously there was Gamescom that just went, but all like EA releasing news for FIFA, unless it's Icon news or Ultimate Team news, it just doesn't interest me whatsoever. But once FIFA 20 comes out, guys, I'm going to be doing a lot of videos for a lot of player reviews. I'm going to have my first owner road to glory up as well, but obviously player reviews will be the main part of the channel as always. And yeah, we're only like 24 days away now, so I can't wait for FIFA 20 to come out. But yeah, we're going to take a look at these Liverpool player ratings. Also guys, for the Fantasy Premier League, we're coming up to the final game week this weekend. The winner at the end of the game week, or at the end of the month, the person with the most overall points, send me a message on Twitter showing proof that you were the person that got the most points in the overall month, and obviously you will receive a £15 Xbox or PlayStation gift code of whichever console that you play on, and all that good stuff. So obviously my Twitter account name is the same as my YouTube account name as well. But let's focus on these Liverpool player ratings. The first one's going to be Mohamed Salah, 22 goals last season in the Premier League. For the second season in a row, grabbing the Premier League top goal scorer. Obviously, the first season he was the standalone Premier League top goal scorer. Last season he was joined with Sadio Mane and Aubameyang. But yeah, still a fantastic season for Mohamed Salah. Obviously helping Liverpool to get 97 points in the Premier League, as well as winning the Champions League and the Super Cup just gone. Also in the game week just gone as well, he actually got a brace as well against Arsenal. A fantastic penalty and a brilliant solo goal. Absolutely annihilated David Luiz in the Arsenal defence. And I think he will get an increase again. He had an 88 rated card last year. Went on to get some pretty good special cards. Obviously a team of the season as well, which does play into effect. I think any player that gets a team of the season card typically goes on to get always a rating increase for the next FIFA, and I think Salah definitely does deserve that. To get the joint or to win the Premier League Golden Boot award for 2 seasons in a row, he will definitely get another increase as well. Once again, going up to an 89 from an 88. 27 goals, 13 assists. Just absolutely ridiculous to get 40 goal contributions in 52 games from his position as well, out wide for the most part. I know he played a few games as a central striker, but for most of them, once again, did come as a right winger. It's just absolutely insane. So definitely a nice little increase for Mohamed Salah. The second player is going to be Sadio Mane, who also got 22 goals in the league last season. 50 games, 26 goals, 5 assists. 31 goal contributions in 50 games is also a really good return. Having said that, he's got to try and get more assists this season. Both Robertson and ALEXANDER-ARNOLD got so many more assists than Sadio Mane last season. Yes, Sadio Mane got 26 goals, which is absolutely fantastic. And to be honest, from Christmas into the back end of last season, he was probably Liverpool's best attacking player overall. He won us some very big games and was just easily the best player for the most part in terms of consistency-wise. Obviously, won us the penalty against Tottenham in the final. Just a phenomenal player. Really, really like him. I think of any of the front three players, though, he's the most likely to leave for me. I think Salah and Firmino are more likely to stay than him. I think he's probably the most likeliest to go to someone like Real Madrid, PSG, someone like that. But even so, I think he deserves an increase, going from an 86 to an 88. Phenomenal player. Started off well against this season. Obviously got that brace to win us the UEFA Super Cup as well. So yeah, phenomenal player, and definitely I think we'll see a pretty strong increase for him. The next player is going to be Alisson, the Golden Glove winner from last season. 51 games, obviously 0 goals and 0 assists, but keeping 27 clean sheets in all appearances. Obviously keeping some fantastic clean sheets against the likes of Bayern Munich in both legs. He didn't concede a goal. Against the likes of Barcelona in that second leg, the Champions League final, he kept a clean sheet. Not the best with the ball at the feet, when he's ever trying to kick balls out, or when a player passes the ball back to him and he's trying to the way goalkeepers try to dribble with the ball sometimes. He can't do that at all. He's great. He's a great shot stopper, and his positioning for the most part, and he is a much more commanding goalkeeper than I've seen for any Liverpool goalkeeper in the past. But he does have a slight error in him. For example, I think we conceded the goal against Leicester last season, which was his fault. We didn't go on to lose the game. I think we still won the game, but he does make the occasional few bad decisions. But for the most part, very solid goalkeeper, and I can't wait to see him back as the season goes on. Obviously injured at the moment, but Adrian seems to be doing overall a solid job, but I think Alisson, obviously with the Golden Glove winner last season, we will get an increase on him going from an 87 to an 89. The next player will be Andy Robertson, going from an 83 to an 84, 48 games this season, 0 goals but 13 assists. It'd be quite nice if we could maybe add 1 or 2 goals to his game. I think that'd be pretty awesome. He does have quite a few shots on target. He had one against Arsenal the weekend just gone, which was unlucky not to go in, but he's a phenomenal left back. Obviously now the captain of the Scottish national team, which is a fantastic honour for him. I think with those 13 assists last season, his passing's got to go up. Obviously kept so many clean sheets for Liverpool last season. Liverpool this season I conceded a few stupid goals. Every single game we have failed to keep a clean sheet. The goal against Norwich, we were 4-0 up at the time. We just lost concentration. Against Arsenal we were 3-0 up, again lost concentration, and also conceding against Southampton because of an Adrian error. But I think he's still a top quality defender. I think we will again see an increase on him, and arguably you could even say he deserves an 85 rated card, but I have gone with the 84 rated. We will definitely see an increase to him, there's no question about that, for Andy Robertson. Next player is going to be Virgil van Dijk, the player of the year for the Premier League last season. A few people would say Sterling deserved it, but he got the Young Player of the Year award, which he shouldn't get, really. He's been playing in the Premier League for like 6 years now. He shouldn't get the Young Player of the Year award. It should go to, for me, the Young Player of the Year award should go to someone like in their first 1 or 2 seasons in football. Maybe, obviously Sterling's age still falls onto the Young Player of the Year category, but because he's been playing in the Premier League for so long, I just don't think he deserves to fall into the Young Player of the Year award. It should have gone to someone like a Rashford or Arnold or someone like that, but it is what it is. I think Sterling will definitely grab the Player of the Year award this year though, because he just looks absolutely insane. But enough of City, let's focus on Liverpool. Van Dijk, absolutely fantastic, such a commanding defender. Liverpool's defense has improved so much with him. He's such a quick defender as well. His defending's fantastic. He's a no-nonsense defender. He just makes the Liverpool defense so much more stronger and confident. 6 goals, 4 assists last season. He's already got a goal this season as well against Norwich. He's just a fantastic defender, and I think he deserves to win the Ballon d'Or in my opinion. I personally, if he can't win it, I want CR7 to win it. I don't want Messi to win it. I've said before in the past, I'm not a Messi fan at all. I really don't like him. But Van Dijk, I'd love to see him obviously win the Ballon d'Or. But if he can't, CR7, I'm guessing he's been nominated for it. But Van Dijk, in my opinion, actually kind of deserves to win the Ballon d'Or. Maybe a bit biased there, but that's just my opinion. But the next player is going to be ALEXANDER-ARNOLD. I have gone with an 81 rated card for him. You could argue that maybe he deserves to be higher rated, but because he's so young at the same time, I just don't think EA are going to, jump and give him like a massive increase. He had a 78 red card last season with a team of the season as well as an inform, but there's no doubt about it, he will get an increase on his rating, and arguably you could say maybe he still does deserve an 82 or even an 83 rated card, but I've played it a bit safe and gone with an 81 because I think that's a more kind of realistic rating that EA will give him, because yeah, he's had one great season, but I don't think EA are going to jump him up way too high in terms of a rating. 16 assists and 1 goal in 40 games, that was an insane return. He's a fantastic young fullback, definitely the future fullback for England in that position as well, once Kyle Walker does kind of call it a day as well. But yeah, going with a nice little passing increase there on him, pretty much just a general increase all around his cards. He thoroughly deserves it, and he's just a top Liverpool fullback for us. But the next player is going to be the captain, Jordan Henderson. Now, as the season kind of went on, again from Christmas towards the back end of the season, he was such a more kind of commanding player for Liverpool. He really led the line for us in a few important big games in the Champions League and some of the Premier League matches as well. He turned into a massive leader for us that I never really saw in Henderson in the past. When he got the captaincy a few years ago, I was kind of a bit surprised. If anything, I look at the Liverpool team right now, and although I think he has become a much more bigger leader for Liverpool, I still think Virgil van Dijk would be ultimately the better captain for Liverpool. In my opinion, he looks a bit more the way that we saw how Van Dijk controls the defense. I think he'd even be able to control the team maybe just as good as Jordan Henderson. But having said that, I don't think Henderson deserves to lose the captaincy based on how he's done recently for us. I think he's a fantastic player, not like the most impactful player in terms of goals or assists, but just how the way he leads the team, how he motivates us. I think, based on that, we will see an increase to him again. He was a part of that team that got us 97 points this season and won us the Champions League. He's got to deserve an increase, in my opinion, for rating wise for him. And it's going to be the exact same as well with Jorginho WIJNALDUM. 1 assist in 47 games this season is not good for his position at all. 5 5 goals is a little bit better. Obviously, 2 of those were against Barcelona, but he does have to get more goals and assists this season. There's no doubt about it. Obviously, it's all well and good having the front three scoring, but some of our midfielders need to try and chip in with a few more goals. We see so many teams like Manchester City with likes of De Bruyne, Bernardo Silva, chip in with a few goals. Wijnaldum, Henderson, Fabinho. Certainly, Wijnaldum has got to try and do that this season as well, because he's seen as a more kind of attacking player than likes of Fabinho or Henderson. But despite that, through some of his performances last season, I thought he was fantastic, and I think we'll see a slight little increase to him. He might even stay at an 82 rated, but I don't think he'll go up. I don't think he would deserve to be any higher than 83 rated personally, but I think you could definitely argue for him to get that 83 rated card. He'll either be an 82 or an 83. He will not be any other rating. I know that for a fact. Trust me, guys. But coming towards the end of these ratings now, we've only got 3 more players to go. With the next one is going to be Roberto Firmino. I've gone with an 86 to an 88. 48 goals last season, 16 goals, 8 assists. Yeah, out of the front 3, in terms of stats-wise, he is the worst, despite being the central player. But at the same time, he's still kind of one of our best players. In my opinion, he kind of gels the whole front 3 together. We saw it in some games this season where, or even at the start of this season, and how he makes the team just work. I think in the Super Cup, he didn't start the Super Cup final, and when he came on, he changed it for Liverpool. Liverpool was so much better in that second half. Granted, we weren't fantastic in that game at all, but when he came on, we became such a more better side because he just gelled so much better with Salah and Sadio Mane. But he's a great player. He started this season pretty off as well, with a pretty good goal against Southampton. Was unlucky not to score against Norwich as well on the opening day of the season. Had a couple chances against Arsenal, but literally every chance he had was just blocked. Because Arsenal were just so good defensive-wise. Certainly throughout the first half, they were very good defensive-wise. But yeah, I think we'll definitely see an increase again to him once more. He'll either be an 87 or 88 rated. I don't think he deserves to be any higher than an 88 rated card, but once again, he will still get an increase. It is the best front 3 in football at the moment. I think the only other team, in my honest opinion, that are going to be able to rival the front 3 is either going to be Barcelona or Arsenal, in my opinion. I think both their front 3s as well are very, very exciting. But getting into the penultimate player, it is going to be Fabinho. 86 rated card for him, going up by 1 from an 85 last season. 41 games this season, 1 goal and 2 assists. I would like to try and get, hopefully see him get a few more assists this season. Having said that, he does play quite a defensive position, so it's not like a necessity for him to get assists as long as he's kind of starting off attacks, helping out with the 2 central defenders, which he does do quite a bit. For me, that's good enough. And again, very slow player for Liverpool. When he came to Liverpool last season and Klopp was kind of easing him into the team, he was a bit sluggish at first. I remember him playing in a few Champions League games, and he didn't look that great. He'd give the ball away sometimes, he'd make silly fouls, but as the season got on, he got a lot more settled into the Liverpool team, and he's turned out to be a very, very good signing for us, and not impactful enough, in my opinion, to get maybe an 87 or an 88 rated card, but again, good enough to get an increase on his card. And the final player is going to be Joel Matip. 31 games this season, 1 goal and 1 assist. This would be Gomez in this position, but obviously he got injured midway through the season, and although he started playing a few games this season, I am more of a fan of Matip. In my opinion, when Matip came into that team last season, he was absolutely fantastic. We talk about how he played in that game against Napoli, in that home game. He was absolutely fantastic, and how I think he broke his collarbone in that game, like defending a goal from going into something like that. He was absolutely unbelievable. Scored in the Community Shield, scored against Arsenal as well. In my opinion, you don't change a winning team, and he was part of that Liverpool team for so much of last season, especially towards the back end, helping us throughout the back end of the group stages and into the the knockout stage. A lot of people say Paul Gomez, and Gomez is definitely the future, but at the moment, you got to play Matip. I've been really, really impressed with Matip at the moment. I think he deserves to be in the team ahead of Gomez, in my honest opinion, but and based on that as well, I think we'll see an increase from an 81 to an 83 for Joel Matip as well. But anyway, guys, that is all the players done for Liverpool today. I tried to keep this video as short as possible, but it's still pretty long. It's going to be like 14 minutes long, but it is what it is. Hopefully you guys have enjoyed this. I'm going to try and do maybe a few more of these as well before we get the official player ratings as well in like a few weeks or whatever. But anyway, guys, thank you very much for watching this video, and I'll see you guys later.